All right. Let's see if this will work this time. That was really awkward. I was trying to stream somewhere else and it was not working. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Welcome. So I was live streaming for like 10 minutes and it just wasn't working over at the other platform. Like I said, there's the two different series. So hey Ivan, hey Brandon, how you guys doing? Good afternoon. I'm not sure if you guys could have seen me earlier, but I was trying to do it on the live stream beta mode, which is what YouTube is trying to push everything towards, and it just wasn't working. So that was really weird. Direct challenge Friday, but it's Monday. No, so today we're going to be doing some really fun stuff. I decided that I need to start doing some budget stuff, and I need to change all this again. I don't know why it won't change my title. Every time I go live with Streamlabs, it says change your title. This is what you want it to be. And then when I go into here, it's not changed. Nothing is affected. So monocolored budget live stream. There we go. That should be changed now. You see it changing on YouTube? Yeah, okay. Good. It's so weird how this is all set up. Honestly, this is the one thing that YouTube needs to kind of fix is they have two separate platforms for live streaming right now, and like they both work. If they mix the two things together, they would have a perfect streaming system where like they have some really good things here, really good things here, but they don't have the best things on both. And so it's really frustrating. But overall, I love to have you guys all on here. And seriously, guys, hello, how are you doing? Welcome. How heaven is everyone today? Yeah, absolutely. Devin, you keep stealing the words out of my mouth before I get to say them, you know? All right, we need someone to be a training dummy. You nominate yourself. Yeah. Honestly, YouTube, man, YouTube just needs to get their stuff together and like have a tutorial or something that's there to actually teach the live streaming as well. They have so many systems set up that don't mesh with live streaming. But they were pushing live streaming for a while. It was crazy awesome and everything. So yeah. What other card games have I enjoyed in my life? Rook. Nerds. There's a lot of like face card games that I absolutely love. As far as like other card games like this, I enjoy Hearthstone. I enjoy a lot of other ones. But anyway, let's jump into this deck really quick. Let's start playing the game and then we can start answering questions. But Devin, thanks so much for helping with the reminding me about Patreon and a couple of the announcements here today. So first off, sorry I was up a little bit late. A couple things happened. A car broke down. We are having issues with cars, and so I was, trying to take my wife over to get the car fixed. It was taking too long, so I had to go grab the baby, put him down for a nap really quick. So if he does wake up, he'll be joining us if my wife isn't back before then. Lots of just crazy stuff happening. We're going on a trip today, and so trying to get everything ready, packed up. All of life just happening right now, and so. Other couple announcements here. If you guys do want to help support me with this, Patreon is a great way to do so. I send out signed cards to people, and I usually send out pretty nice cards. Like I send out cards that are usually worth quite a bit, at least they're rares versus commons, uncommons. I do send a couple of those out as well, especially if there's something that's useful. I try to only send out cards that I feel like you guys are going to use, because those are the things that usually go into decks, and it's fun. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this deck. Another quick reminder. So I am going on a trip today, so that means tomorrow morning there is no stream. I might replace tomorrow's with a Wednesday stream. It's undecided at this moment. But I'll be posting things out. If you guys want to know where things are posted, everything like that, then let's see if this is working. I should have Nightbot on here now, running that. Apparently not. All right, well, there we go. There's Nightbot. There we go. So there's my Discord, if you guys want to check it out. On the Discord, I'll be posting stuff, as well as on the community page on the YouTube channel, is where I'll be posting everything like that. We have a Nightbot now. Yes, we do have Nightbot. I'm still getting everything where I want it to be, but we have it. So I was going to be spending a lot of time doing that this morning, and then car troubles, taking the baby, all that kind of stuff all happened. And so anyway, someone called it to my attention. In fact, someone in the comment section was talking about, you know, just budget decks in general, and maybe creating like a free to play account or something like that. And I didn't want to spend too much more time on a free to play account, but I did want to start building a couple of budget decks. And so I wanted to throw a couple of budget decks your way today. We're going to be doing a couple mono colored budget decks. And so let me get this one. This is about how I would build it. So mono green. The nice thing is that Llanowar Elves is a common card. You know, there's so many common cards that we can play here that really makes it very fun. And so Llanowar Elves, common. We don't have any rares at all. We do have quite a few uncommons like Vinemare, Blanchwood Armor, Paradise Druid. Paradise Druid's so good in this deck. And what we're trying to do is basically get a Blanchwood Armor onto a hexproof creature if we can. Otherwise, just onto even a Llanowar Elves or something like that is insane. So it gets +1/+1 for each, when the enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each forest you control. So we have all of the basic forests, nothing else. And this is one of the main reasons why it's good to do a monocolor deck for budget, is because you don't have to get into any other lands or anything like that. And you can build a deck like this in paper as well. And lands are the most expensive part when it comes to paper. And so there's some really cool things that you can do with just things like Blanchwood Armor. But Blanchwood Armor is an aura, and auras tend to have an issue of, they can get you for 2 for 1 if they can kill the creature when you're playing the Blanchwood Armor, when they remove it anyway. But the beautiful thing with this is that we're playing a bunch of hexproof creatures, which should be able to get in for at least one swing, you know. And if we're up against black creatures, we kind of hose black decks. We would like to have more Veil of Summers and stuff, but with Vinemare, it's just so good. You can end up having a really massive creature swinging in for a bunch of damage. Otherwise, we just have some really fun creatures to have in here as well. Grun the Lonely King swings in by itself, makes him a 10/10. If we have a Talons of Wildwood, it's a 12/12 Trampler. So we kind of build our own Galta for 8 mana. Similar type of thing with Colossal Dreadmaw. If we do have enough mana to kick the Grun. I'm not sure if people remember Grun. It's such a fun card, and it's been a long time since I played it. But it comes in as a 10/10, gets a swing in for 20. If we have a Talons of Wildwood, that gives it the extra trample to kind of go off there. So that is one combo piece in our deck, or a combo thing that we can do. Otherwise, we're just going to be ramping up to our big things, getting down a bunch of elves and forests down on the battlefield for Blanchwood Armor to be amazing. And the cool thing is Blanchwood Armor, even on like a Druid of the Cowl and a bunch of forests, is a really big threat and something that people have to deal with. Is this a stompy deck? Yeah, this is a stompy deck. So this is definitely a more stompy style of deck, and it's mono green budget is what we're doing here. So yeah, you're like the black white knight deck you posted. Is this yeah. Dude, the knight deck was a solid one, and this is kind of what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to make sure that I'm giving you guys decks that are like solid decks, and then janky decks like every other day is kind of how I'm doing it, where it's stuff that's going to be a little bit more solid. Honestly, this is a budget deck, but this is something that I feel like is still going to win games fairly consistently. In free play, at least. In ranked, it's different, you know, and I think that you could still win games pretty often with it. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how this does, and wish me luck. Oh, and let me get the deck list up for you guys while we're jumping into gameplay as well. Sorry you guys, I'm not as prepared today for this one. Lots of crazy things happening, as you heard earlier. And if you didn't, car troubles, moving the baby around town. Like I had to drive back and forth a few times, like 5 minutes before I was trying to go live. I got home 5 minutes before I was trying to go live, and I had to put everything together, do a thumbnail, all this kind of stuff. So let's have this in here. All right, so there is the deck list for this one right now, and I think that Dex is the command. I just barely put it together, so I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's just deck. So deck will send you to my list of Aether Hub, just like all of my decks there, and I'm gonna try to get those up there in live before too long. I do need to save this one, don't I? All right, let's. This looks good. It's not bad. We'll keep it. I have some ramp up to the Grun with the Talons of Wildwood to play on him. Pretty good stuff. All right. All right, so Forest Llanowar. What if you built something like green-white Grun with tokens and tons of mana ramp and an Angelic Exaltation? What? Oh, that's gonna happen, Devin. That sounds hilarious and amazing all at the same time. All right, well, we have Vinemare for the next turn, which is Beautimus. Swing in. Let's see if they have Thought Erasure now that they have 2 untapped lands. Raya the Canarium. Boo hiss. All right, play a forest, pass the turn. Am I just in regular play? Yeah, that's all I do, really, Justin. I don't play. I am not a fan of ranked, really. I'd never have been. All right, play Vinemare. Pass the turn. And board wipes are annoying. This is Dovin's Acuity, Esper Acuity deck, which is a little bit different. I haven't seen it played in a while now, though. Riddimator, hey Jeff, thanks for the tons of videos. Yeah, absolutely, thank you so much. Yeah, I've been putting out a lot of effort into getting tons of videos out, and so I appreciate recognizing that. All right, well, let's. We don't want to have to kill Teferi here. We can get out Grun on the next turn. We might just swing at face here. We have a 3-turn clock, which is faster than Teferi can kind of come in. So let's just go face and pass the turn. We're not going to play the other Talons just in case of something here, but the Hexproof fella, pretty good. We know that they're going to be gaining life with this Dovin's Acuity, so there is that. Up to 15. What counts as budget? So there's 2 different things for budget right now, and that's what we're jumping into. Is budget is one thing for paper, and it's a completely different thing for when you are playing. Let's get out Llanowar. We can maybe swing it to Teferi for the next turn with that. So when it comes to this, also gives us Grun. Do we just want to kill Teferi? Yeah, let's kill Teferi this turn. All right, kill Teferi. All right, so what counts as budget is with I'm trying to say it right. So with paper, it would be like anything under $5 to $10 is typically what I would count as budget. On MTG Arena, anything that's under a few ticks, you know, like 3 ticks or something like that. Something that you can play pretty easily. In Magic Arena, it's things that you don't have to spend wild cards on, or not too many wild cards. And so this is all commons and uncommons with this deck. And so it's budget that way. So let's swing in with the Vinemare. Down to 13, play the Grun. Not with Kicker. And I mean, we have lethal on board now. Actually, we don't, because this is only if he attacks in alone. If we find Blanchwood Armor, we would definitely have lethal. All right, has the Tyrant Scorn, bounces it back to our hand. Bounces Dovin's Acuity back to our hand. To his hand, I mean. Gains more life. Yep, that's a lot of life that he's gaining over and over again. He's been able to gain this 6 life that we've dealt between Teferi and everything else. A lot of card draw, a lot of advantage. The Vinemare, though, is difficult for his deck to deal with. He probably has things like Cry the Canarium and stuff that just isn't doing anything for him. All right, down to 9. We're going to keep forcing answers for this Grun. The issue is if he does have a board wipe of some sort. How does no win Polyraptor deck sound? Dude, that's such a fun idea. I love the idea of that. Yeah, and so with the budget here, this actually I think would fit within every budget realm. Is what I tried to build this deck. These decks, the monocolored decks that I'm going to be building are going to fit with everything. They're going to be cheap on paper, going to be cheap on Magic Online if you want to. So if you guys want to check everything out on Aether Hub, buying it in paper actually does support me. Of course, it is based off like a percentage, so it's going to be small anyway, but still cool. Tyrant Scorns with this is pretty sweet. I mean, he has a good combo there. Another Vine Mare. Okay, down to 3. I don't want to lose both Vine Mares. We're just going to play Grun again. Keep doing the same thing. Not going to give in too much information with our hand. Hopefully we can get to play Vine Mare after some stuff here. Vine Mare and Talons. Yeah, I was debating on that. The issue is if he does have a board wipe, and opponent scoops up. So I think he was just digging for the board wipes and could not find them. So that was very good. I would rather be able to play the Vine Mare after board wipe, and so that's why I was favoring that side of things. All right, well that was pretty good against an actual very good deck that he was playing there. Yeah, not too shabby at all. Reina, how you doing? Or Renan, thank you. sorry. Got your name right. Man, I'm such in a jumble today. Everything's so weird. But a quick reminder too, if you guys will like the video, that helps me out a ton as well. And Kurokira, bring it on. If you guys do also want to support the channel, I forget. So down in the description below, there is a place to donate. If you guys want to throw out donations, definitely helpful as well. Certainly not required. Just awesome, you know. All right, well, we're gonna get out. We do get Paradise Druid equipped with the Blanchwood armor. It's pretty good. I mean, we need to find something that also gives it vigilance. That would be better. Now we might just play double Paradise Druid and try to get it onto the Grun. I mean, if we can get a Blanchwood armor on Grun, ooh, so good. It's gonna be a massive boy. And then we need to find a way to get him some pumpage. All right, no attacks, pass the turn. Yeah, Patreon and stuff, all of those things are grand. All right, Nightpack Ambusher deck. Well, we're gonna get out Grun into Rabid Bite. We get it on the next turn, but Blanchwood armor, Rabid Bite, swinging for 1.5 million. Could be good. He's playing it now. All right, Paradise Druid. The issue with this Grun, yeah, no blocks. I maybe we should have double blocked there, but all right, get out Grun, no kicker cost. It's a 5/5. He can flash in an Nightpack Ambusher after he swings in with this one. So if he swings in, we're gonna be careful about that. Haunted Smoke, hey, how you doing? Welcome. Hey Jeff, love your videos and decks so much. So much fun. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. Just going for lots of creatures. We'll block the wolf. Down to 11. Polizmir. Oh, nice play. Nice. All right, well, let's just do this. Let's Blanchwood armor. Rabid Bite. Polizmir or Nightpack Ambusher. We have hexproof, so Polizmir isn't as big of a deal at the moment. No attacks. Pass the turn. We got to play a little bit defensively now. Blackblade Reforged would be fun. Yeah, that's... I believe... Is that uncommon or is it rare? Gains lots of life. Doesn't get to fight my guys because they're hexproof. Alright, Healer of the Glade. This is a little bit awkward right now, not finding any of our big stuff, which sometimes happens, but I do think that ultimately we're hopefully going to be able to go big enough at some point. What we'd like to find is our second Grun and just have fun with the Grun. The issue is the fighting he's going to be able to do to kind of clear up our board without enough hexproof stuff. We can maybe start forcing the issue by swinging with the Druid. He can swing back for quite a bit. And he just has Ferocious Pups to jump block. So no attacks, pass the turn. Maybe he can flash in a Nightpack Ambusher here as well. Yeah, it looks like it. Gets to fight a Llanowar Elves. Yep. Boo, hiss. Yeah, it is rare. Yo, brother, sorry I'm late. Dude, MTG. Yeah, that's how you say it, right? Yeah. It's all good, my brother. Alright, kills the Glade. Blanchwood Armor number dose. Well, let's have two big things. No attacks, man. They just are gaining so much life with this Tolosmir. I think that we're just going to lose by them having too much value here.
Let the nightly hunt commence.
Colossus Hammer. Ooh, Colossus Hammer would be fun. Blanchwood Armor is basically the same thing. Like that's the whole thing though. Is it's giving these guys +9 or +8. Or sorry, +7. Now +8. No attacks. We can't do anything. We really need to find Vine Mares, more stuff. We've not been drawing the best in this matchup, and opponent just had too much value getting Nightpack Ambusher and Tolosmir out quick. It's so good. Oaken Form. Yeah, if we ever swing in, we're dead. We're just going to pass the turn. We don't need to play it onto these guys. We're only going to be able to block one thing at a time. And so really it just comes down to once he realizes he's gone wide enough to kill me, he'll kill me. Like he can already win the game right now. And so, yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right, so he does swing in. Doesn't swing in with everything. That keeps us alive, I think, for a turn, but that doesn't actually matter. All right, never mind. Yeah, we all sorts of dead, my friends. All sorts of dead. Well, let's go into the next one. Hello, Jeff. I recently started watching your videos. You're kind of different than most other content creators, which is nice. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm glad that you added which is nice, because just saying I'm different than everyone else is like, oh, thank you. I know I'm weird, but no, yeah, I appreciate it. All right, you are here. Hey, Liv. Like, spit on my mic. Sorry about that. Jeremiah plays cool. Hey, guys, how you doing? Dude, welcome. I'm calmer. Sounds good. You guys don't want me to start everything like, yo, guys, we're going to start a new Magic thing. Not everyone. Actually, I feel like most people aren't like that. I think it's more of that people get pretty intense with the type of... like that they focus more on being... like on winning rather than just on having fun. I think that a lot of people still do a really good job with that. Chance. Okay, stop. All right, my bad. All right, let's go with the Druid. The Druid dude. Swing in with Llanowar. Down to 19 past the turn. Hopefully we keep Llanowar alive so we can get out this Vine Mare. Ooh, against a black deck as well. Sweet. Yeah. So I do have one Challenger Troll in this as well, which says each creature you control with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than one creature. With Grun and Trample, that's one way to just kind of win the game. And it helps as well, just kind of to they have to block everything once you get to a certain point. That's pretty good, you know. Rabid Bite. Let's see here. Let's go with Vine Mare number 2. He can't actually block with his guy here, so yeah. Yep, that works. Hey, Thomas, thanks so much for the subscription. Are you here, Pandora? Yes, you are. You are here. All right, so we're going to do one more game with mono green, or maybe a couple more. We'll see. And then we're going to be jumping into a couple different decks. I wanted to have some time to play for each different color of deck. So this is the mono green version that I would do. And I think it's pretty powerful from what you guys see here. I think it's not too shabby at all. He's a big, goofy weirdo. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, let's keep this madness. Blanchwood Armor, pretty fun. We have Veil of Summer for up against something black, like a Duress. Wish your computer wasn't broken. Oh man, Brendan, I'm sorry. All right, Scorch Spitter. All right, with that on the board, we're actually going to play this Druid of the Cowl over Paradise Druid. Just a good blocker for everything that they do with this deck. If he's going to swing in and shock, I'm fine with that. We can take the beats. See if he gets the Cavalcade of Calamity, which is all sorts of not good for us. Well, he has it. Do we try to just get out Vinewood Mirror, or we could swing in with the big guy now and try to race a little bit? We can also just get out Vine Mirror right now. I guess that's good. Vine Mirror into Blanchwood Armor for the next turn. Lots of damage. Fanatical Firebrand. Okay. Alright, is going a little bit wide, so now we can actually swing in with value with this Cavalcade. It's still, you want to have more than 2 guys left after attacks with this deck. Scorch Spitter also swings in. I mean, this is so much damage. Definitely killing. Let me click. There we go. Alright, yeah, block the Spitter. You're saving for a new computer so you can start streaming and playing more Arena. Yeah, definitely do it. I mean, it's so much fun to stream. I've been loving it. Let's go Paradise Druid. And hopefully he doesn't hit the 4th mana and be able to do too much here. But let's put this on Vine Mare. It's pretty good. Swing in for 9. So we have lethal on the next turn. So he either has to kill us this turn or hold back blockers, which is not typically what you want to do with Cavalcade. So down to 11 past the turn. All right, doesn't play anything else. We can take 2 more here. That's fine. Doesn't have anything right now. Let's swing in. Oh man, we want to play Grun if... We have the Druid of the Cowl that we can play as well, so let's actually just swing in with everything. Let's kill Paradise Druid with the shock. That's fine. We still have... Or we don't actually have lethal here. Down to 1. Now we're playing another one power creature, so now he has to block very aggressively past the turn. Thomas, what's up? Devin and Peeps, dude, how you doing? And Jeff, I'm like an afterthought. Oh my goodness, what's up with this? All right, well, there we go. So that is mono green. And dude, I actually am a big fan of this deck. So if you guys want to check out this deck, there it is again. That was a fun one. So I am going to be doing some more budget stuff. I'll probably be doing videos, like full videos on these ones as well. But let's jump into doing a red budget deck. And I do want to hear you guys' thoughts on what you guys prefer in budget type of stuff. I kind of have a vision of what I want to do for like mono red, which I've done some mono red stuff before recently. Let's try out like a budget mono blue deck. I know Curious Obsession isn't necessarily budget in your typical stuff, but it is kind of in this. So let's go for like an aggro. Auras is a great way to start going budget, honestly. It's all right. Here, Gerrymander. I mean, honestly, mono blue is kind of a budget deck in itself. We can just kind of build it without the Tempest Djinn to finish things off. That doesn't sound as fun as building something new, though. We need to build something different. We can just do like all the unblockable stuff. Let's take out the Prodigy. Not quite as good if we're not going to bring in other stuff. For Curious Obsession, you want to be able to hit in with This is target of a spell, so it actually doesn't work with Curious Obsession. Skill Animator. Yeah, so we could do that. Let's do the a red budget deck with no Steamkin. Yeah. Red budget deck would be fun. We'll build red soon. I just have already done so many red decks that I kind of wanted to do this one. Blue Merfolk would be decent. Here, let's start this over. Honestly, so take out... so commons and commons. I'm trying to remember if Dean is also in here. Naban. All right, so Naban is a rare. Is he a mythic rare? He's a rare. Okay. So what are you guys' thoughts of that? This is another form of budget that I was thinking of doing, is playing decks that like have like one rare that it's kind of built around, so like you can get copies for that kind of stuff. Because this is honestly the deck that I love building with blue is so Wizard. Now we can take off rares and everything, and now there's so many ETB effects with wizards that are so fun with Naban that we can just kind of take advantage of that. So Merfolk, and a lot of them are Merfolk wizards as well, which is sweet. You want Exclusion Mage, Watertap Weaver, Wizard's Retort in here, one Kasmina, two Kasminas, Journey Mage, Tempest Caller, play two Tempest Callers, and maybe two Augurs down an island. We don't have any spells in this, so we do have Wizard's Retort, but we probably go down Augur of Bolas for like ops or Spell Pierce. And then this is just very much a tempo deck where we just kind of just tempo people out. We don't actually need Siren Stormtamer as much. Maybe two copies of that. It's good. But the ETB effects are what's fun. Riverway's Augur is really powerful as well. You can maybe even play like a River's Rebuke in this. Again, you guys have heard my take on Rebuke is a rare. Anyway, so this is another type of budget that I like to do is something like this where it's where you build around one rare card and everything else is not rare. So then like there are a lot of uncommons in this one, which is a little bit rough, but you can replace them kind of with other things. What do you guys thought? Do you guys have lots of uncommons on Arena or uncommon stuff? Hey, Dr. Spilligan, how the heaven are you, man? It's been a while since I've seen you, man. It's been a long time. Having like in YouTube streaming, dude, YouTube streaming is sweet. We've like quadrupled the numbers immediately after jumping on here, and I just wasn't finding that much anything quite like this in other on Twitch or on YouTube, or sorry, on Facebook when I was doing it. So let's do this. Let's do this. Naban Wizards. So this is a different take on mono blue tempo. I think if you're gonna play mono blue, tempo is a way to go. I have been thinking about doing like a mono blue stompy or mid-range type of deck as well. But this is, it's actually, let's get this exported. Over here. If you guys want to play along as well, that's something we could do. All right, budget Nabon whizzes. Control. Jovin, how you doing? Welcome. Did you miss much? Not yet. So we did do a mono green budget deck, which I can send the link again, maybe there, or someone else maybe. So yeah, and you can also check it out at this right here. You can go check out all my deck lists there. But we are going to be jumping into doing some other stuff here. When you saw me streaming, wanted to try, yeah, honestly, it's really good. I think YouTube streaming is the way to go. I think that they are trying to fix a lot of things, but they've improved super chats a lot, which I think super chat is one of the best things about YouTube streaming. Is that super chat is they're adding a ton of things with memberships and everything like that, which I'm trying to get my membership stuff together on here as well. There's just a lot of really cool things where it adds a lot of value to the viewers. I feel like even though there's some things they don't have instilled just yet. But they're adding like super stickers. They're testing a lot of things out with like a small group of people right now, and it's going to be expanding out here in the future. They talked a lot about it at VidCon, from what I've heard at least. I wasn't actually there, but yeah. Anyway, pretty cool. All right, so let's play this mono blue deck, which is looking really fun. It's like at Platinum 4. Oh man, you play a lot of jank. Yeah, that was my struggle. Is I want to get up to a higher rank, but I don't have fun trying to make everything happen with that. All right, well, this is a sweet hand. We have Nabon, we have all this stuff. We just have to hope that everything survives. Maybe we need more dive downs in this deck. All right, play the Island, pass the turn, get to opt. Red versus blue. Excelsior. Freebooter. Well, let's go ahead and... I mean, I'm assuming he takes the Wizard's Retort, but let's go ahead and opt. We actually do want land on top for more stuff. Takes the retort. We're going to play Nabon, hope for the double draw with the Adept after this. You get frustrated when you play ranked and don't have as much fun. Yeah, that's the biggest issue I feel like with ranked. It is a fun format. Like I think that it's fun to know what's good, what's out there. Yeah, I was worried about the shackety shack. All right, let's we don't care to tap down this freebooter just yet, so Trickster isn't as important. He already knows that we have it, so reveal the Trickster. We could have gone for Water Tap Reaver into like 2/2 drops on the next turn, but this still works. But any stream is going to have some delay. Yeah, we do have a bit of delay here as well. We actually, man, the other format I was able to get it down. It's just that I forgot to change the latency on this one. It should be pretty close to near. It's near real time right now. Your son should be born before the end of the month. Oh my goodness, that's so crazy. Dude, it's so fun having the ketos. All right, let's go for the Augur. Again, we don't really have anything we care to tap down just yet, so let's go for trying to set up our draws. We get to draw a card with this, basically. It's a Brainstorm on a Merfolk. Try to dig for this Nabon. There's a Nabon. All right, put Island and Island on top. We do need to have ways to like shuffle the deck with this at some point. But we have Nabon into Trickster. Opponent has all of the removal, but not really too much aggression here yet. Helps with sniping. Yeah, that's true. I don't care too much about sniping. Honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. Island. Nabon. And let's go for Water Tap Weaver. So it hid what we had because of the water tap auger, so that's kind of cool. Let's tap here and gutter snipe. We need bounce spells. Bounce spells would be nice. Exclusion Mage would be beautiful. But we know that we're drawing lands here. Brawl is basically EDH for standard. Yeah, so Brawl is is it 60 cards or is it 100? But it's singleton basically. Oh man, so much removal. This is actually a good idea, honestly. Gutter Snipe, tons of removal. Like, he's basically playing like a tempo deck with blue, and it's really powerful. What we could do... So what we're going to do is actually Water Tap Weaver, stop on their upkeep here. So tap down Freebooter, stop on their upkeep, tap down Gutter Snipe. So that we turn off everything for Gutter Snipe. So even if he does cast anything this turn, he doesn't get the extra damage in. We can go for some removal, but... Is that the Brawl format? So I really hope that they bring Brawl to this. They need to do it. It's... Seriously, they really just have to do it sometime soon. All right, Exclusion Mage. We are going to hit the Kitesail Freebooter. To get this Wizard's Retort back. Swing in with the Trickety Trickster. Down to 18 past the turn. We have to start getting in with damage at some point here. We honestly, Teferi's the Teferi's bounce spell might be decent in this deck, where we can bounce stuff because it works pretty well. All right, Fight with Fire. We will counter. He can get out Rebooter now, but it's not going to do anything. Get to see our hand of land. We didn't play the land last turn, and this is part of the reason why. Ooh, there's Siren Storm Tamer. That's sweet. This is a spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. So his ability, it's a triggered ability, but I think we can still counter it. Swing in, swing in. We can't really swing in with both. We'll just swing in with one. He might block and block here. We need to start getting in with damage, though, because Gutter Snipe will just take over this game. That's it. Teferi's Time Twist would be awesome here. Yeah, so we probably ought to bring in 2 copies. I have played this before with some other stuff. That's not bad. It's a good blocker is the main thing. Down to 11, and oh, he already knows what the island is, so pass the turn. All right, well, Journey Mage. Bounce the Saproling, actually. Swing in. Down to 4. He has to find like a big spell here. It needs to be like Heartfire. He needs to be able to swing in. Murder's there. Oh, is this enough? No, it's not enough. Down to 2. We have lethal on board. We swing it in. Whew. All right, he could have not blocked there, not attacked. Block, but he would have lost Gutter Snipe. But if he had found I don't know. Yeah, I guess it was necessary for him to win with that. Kethis. We need to do a Kethis deck at some point as well. But that was feeling pretty good. You are a valuable resource. That's very true, Devin. Seriously, Devin, you're insane. Been crazy having you, like, not crazy, but like awesome having you as a moderator. I love you and stuff, you know. Bowlerin, how you doing today? Dude, hearty hello to the chat as well. Yeah, dude, I'm doing very well. Whoa, good budget content, man. Thank you so much, MTG. Just really appreciate it. And dude, I need to jump onto your stream one of these days as well. I'd love to know your schedule. Go ahead and post it. You know, post your YouTube stuff, whatever. Because yeah, I'm one of those guys that I don't care about people promoting themselves on my stuff. It's like, dude, it's a YouTube community. Everyone needs to be able to jump in and love each other and whatnot. But we have a draw here to hopefully find our third land, Llanowar. Okay. And let's reveal Augur. Dig for Bean. Well, that's not a land, yo. But we have Wizard's Retort, maybe. Feel the love. I feel the light. I feel the love. Won't you love me? Yeah. Anyway. What? I do have the keys. You gotta show him that pie real quick. Alright, this is probably mean, but you gotta check out this pie that my wife made. It's like Reese's and everything. Oh man, I shouldn't show it to you. It's a Reese's cream pie, and we're giving it away right now, huh? Not sure if I feel good about that. Too bad, oh, man. They never follow me. I have no content, but I have a son to feed. Did I miss the Wizard's Short there? Yep, no attacks. Pass the turn. We have Spell Pierce and Wizard's Retort. We'd love to find land. Alright, this is Elementals. I feel like because of the way he's tapping, he has something else here. I'm okay with that. Tyler Matlow, what's up, Jeff? Keep bringing the positive attitude and fun decks. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that so very much. Let's Spell Pierce that. Take that, foo. Yeah, he doesn't have 2 mana available. This is...
No.
Oh, he taps for 2 because of... Oh, no! I forgot Leafkin because of the 4 creatures. Oops. Well, I think we might have lost this one. Exclusion Mage. We'll return the Leafkin Druid. It's just too much mana right now. Swing at Chandra. They'll probably just let it through. I'm okay if they... I kind of want to trade off with this Druid. We need to slow down their board a little bit. But, I mean, taking 2 isn't a big deal. Misplay drink? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll take the drink for that. Promote, you thought that was $500? Dude, that'd be sweet. Alright, Omnath kills the Exclusion Mage. Yeah. We had too slow of a start here. Being on the draw is pretty hard with this deck against people are doing this much stuff on turn. Like, they had 6 mana on turn 3. I mean, what do you do about that, right? What do you do about that? We're gonna concede. No reason to keep playing this one. Like, we know for sure we're just dead. Yeah, the amount of value that we can get is typically from bouncing stuff, and that's one of the issues with this deck right now. Is there's so many ETB effects right now that it's like, well, bouncing your stuff is great until you get all the value from that. Being needlessly okay or OP, yeah, OP as usual. Yeah, they're pretty insane. Oh, sorry, I think I missed what you're saying there, Jesus. So seeing it in there, see me in where? I think I'm missing it. Is this mono blue tempo? This is a mono blue Wizards ET. It's Niban Wizards. Niban Wizards control. Kind of. What do you do about that? Cry. It's the truth. Seeing in your stream. Yeah, absolutely. Did you already post everything for it? I might have missed it earlier. Yeah. I will absolutely hop on. And post your links so we can actually have them. So I actually know where to go as well. Alright, swing in with the Storm or Tamer. Pass the turn. Has 2 mana up. He paid life for that as well. Well, if he wants to counter this now, that's fine. That's fine. We could have countered it to just make sure he didn't draw a card. Down to 16, pass the turn. Do you have a set YouTube link yet? Yeah, I kind of got grandfathered in with mine because I'd been playing for so long. Or I had my account up a long time before I did anything else. And so it's been pretty sweet. All right, down to 11. We're just gonna pass the turn. We're gonna keep stuff out right now. Based off what he's playing, I don't want to have like Cry the Canarium kill my stuff. He's stuck on 3 lands at the moment. Oh, now we have Wizard's Retort. Definitely gonna be holding up mana for everything. Swing it in. Show wing. Down to 6. Pass the turn. Unfortunately, we don't have lethal right away, which would be beautiful to be able to have. Jason, hey, thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Yeah, so guys, if you haven't yet, subscribe. Do all of those things. Opponent's stuck on 3 lands. I have to do something now. That's fine. We didn't have him dead on this turn anyway, so just pass the turn. Kazmina would have been pretty nice to get out there just because it was going to get us multiple creatures. Kaya's Wrath, and that's the Wizard's Retort, and that is victory! And it feels so sweet. And that's basically what this deck is trying to do, is just like, it's good against control and aggro type of things. Or aggro is the biggest issue for this deck right now, actually. Which, I mean, aggro beats control beats mid-range, and a tempo type of deck usually kind of fits between the mid-range and control, where it kind of beats that, is what I've seen. If you have the right draws and everything, you can beat aggro, of course, but it's still pretty difficult. All right, let's jump into another one here real quick. Another color. Let's go black. Mono black. What do you do with mono black in budget? Oh, and real quick, the things I would say for this one, let's do this as well. So first off, this is my mono green deck. If you had it, again, I have all these up right now on my deck list. So this takes you to all of my lists. Autocorrect is annoying, yeah. And that's on phone. I think there's autocorrect whenever you're doing this, but yeah. So this is mono green. We did a Blanchwood Armor Vinemare deck. And it was pretty solid. So that's my deck list. All of the different decks there, and so you can see the different ones. I have them up in order right now. So this was the first one. The things that I would say that you improve with this deck right away is getting a Carnage Tyrant. Carnage Tyrant in place of Dreadmaw, amazing. I think that you can keep the Grunt. The Grunt is pretty fun. But if you're going for like you have a couple cards already, if you don't necessarily want to be pumping or getting a Carnage Tyrant because things are cycling out for the next season. I hope that they make Historic a constant thing. I will be very frustrated with Wizards if they don't. I think that needs to happen, that they need to make Historic a constant game format. If they don't, honestly, I'm going to be complaining pretty often. And I hope that you guys do too, to make that happen. Also, we need to complain that we don't have Brawl on Arena yet. Like that was like the whole reason they were making Brawl was so that they could put it onto Arena. Like that was the thing they were going to do, and they just haven't done it. So the way that we get that kind of thing out there is by having lots of voices saying, dude, get Brawl on the format, because Brawl would be so fun on here. And I think that even if it wasn't a consistent format, like although I think it should be a consistent format, I think they need to have Historic, they need to have Standard as always on here, and Brawl. I think that if you had those three, Arena would be one format for everything. Commander would have its own place, and MTG Arena would be there for, or MTG Online would be there for Modern. I think that would stabilize pretty well, but it would give more things to do on Arena. And I think that especially with the format of having wild cards and stuff like that, you can have Brawl be so perfect. Anyway, so that's my thoughts. So the things I would upgrade real quick, I would, if you have Carnage Tyrants, change those with Colossal Dreadmaws. Crocodile's not that great. Oh, Crocodile, I would bring in the Shifting Ceratops if you're going for some rares as well. Maybe another one for Challenger Troll and Oakenform. And then Domri's Ambush I think is better for Rapid Bite. I would put Velasummer into sideboard if you're playing sideboard style, and maybe Incubation Druid. I'm not sure. I actually honestly kind of like the Healer of the Glade, especially with a bunch of armor or whatever. Maybe if you go into other colors, you can do some fun things as well. But Angelic Exaltation with Grun is something that we need to do. Devin was bringing that up. That's going to be something. Actually, I'm going to write that down. Angelic Grun. Yeah, that's going to be a thing one of these days. Anyway, so that's the things that I would change if you're trying to make it more less budget. With this deck, probably the main thing that I honestly, it's pretty well set up for the theme, with Nabon being that theme. Maybe bringing in a Jace wouldn't be terrible. But honestly, I think Kazmina brings the same amount of value that you want. The biggest thing I'd probably change is just adding different lands. Mobilized District would be a good land in this deck. Yeah, that would be a good land in the deck. Maybe Curious Obsessions would even be decent here, but I think that more Spell Pierce might just be what we need. Like Wizard's Retort, Spell Pierce. Make sure you can keep your guys alive. Maybe Dive Down. But overall, this is what the deck's trying to do with this. Is basically what we have here, so it's not bad. So honestly, that one's pretty well set up how it should be. Let's go into Mono Black now. And what do we build for Mono Black? That's a good question. There's a section in Discord for posting arena tags. Yes. Yeah, and it automatically has us. It automatically actually bans or hides the arena tags here, which I show them whenever we're doing stuff. But if you're going between you guys, whatever, just jump onto the Discord, and you guys can. And there's a whole place for playing against each other there if you guys want to. Played anything on TFT? Remind me what TFT is. Let's see what we want to do with Mono Black. I'm thinking that we might want to do just like an aggro deck. Or wait, we have the nice looking duresses. Might as well bring those in. Banehound. Teamfight Tactics. So I was trying to get into Teamfight Tactics. I can now do Teamfight Tactics on here. I actually was trying to record it one time and it wasn't working. I'm still trying to figure out how Teamfight Tactic works. I need to jump in and start playing, because I do feel like it would be really fun. All right, how aggro are we wanting to go with this? We have lots of removal, but maybe Fungal Infection. I feel like Disfigure is better than Fungal Infection in some ways, but creating the Sapling is really good at moments. I mean, these are all the things that are good in an aggro deck. I feel like the aggro format right now, though, is a little bit rough because there's such good, like, elementals are kind of in this weird place where like they just kind of beat aggro unless you have lots of things to go face with it. Knight of Malice is good though. Kitesail Freebooter, pretty good. Battle Fleet Captain isn't terrible. It's a rare though. One Moment of Craving and Sovereign's Bite. Sovereign's Bite, really good. Anything that can actually go face. Why did I grab Elder Spell? I was clicking over here. It's so weird how it does that. Honestly, Seeker Squire is a pretty good card in general. The biggest things you would add to a mono black aggro deck is some of the rares. Like that's one of the issues with mono black right now is the rares. We could go with Wanted Scoundrels. There's so much removal in the format right now, though. We're gonna do it. Wanted Scoundrels. Let's bring them in. They deserve a chance to shine. We can go down lots of swamps right now. Davriel. It is damage that's dealt, so Davriel's not bad. Death Bloom Fallad's a pretty decent aggro card. Drill Bit. Pretty good. Probably go down the Duress, go up the Drill Bits with this deck, especially with Banehounds and everything like that. Dreadshade, yeah, Dreadshade is so good. I honestly have missed having Dreadshade. We're trying to do the budget version, right? And so, not supposed to do that. The discard side of things with this isn't terrible. And we probably just ought to have like a cast down as well, something that just kills stuff. Next is Cruelty. All right, so this is what we'll do. We'll go down. We have 4 Disfigures. Just go down to 2 Disfigures because we have Fungal Infection as well. Go up, Cast Down. And this is going to be a little bit of a tempo-y type of deck as well. We can maybe bring in one Togar, honestly, at this deck. We're a little bit... we have 22 creatures. That's quite a bit. They're just not very big creatures. Wanted Scoundrel's pretty big, I guess. We need like a good finisher creature. We need some sort of bomb. There's just not that much in black. We could do rats. Honestly, Rat Colony is not terrible. That's a fun budget deck. Because the nice thing about Rat Colony is you don't need to have all of them. Once you get 4 copies of Rat Colony, you have the infinite amount that you can put into your deck. Plague Mare's good. Vicious Conquistador is like a meh card. There's a lot of good stuff. I mean, it's good. Honestly, Routing Registrar deserves a spot in the deck. It's just so good. Playcrafter, maybe. Playcrafter is a way to get rid of Planeswalkers as well. We just don't ever want to like sacrifice our Wanted Scoundrels or something like that. Put in 1 Conquistador for that. This is about how I would build it. I think this is not bad. Can you win games with this right now? Yeah, I feel like this is okay. Inner's Torment. It's not a bad card. If you're using it just for like the first 2 triggers, it's not bad, and then the horror afterwards is pretty good to kind of finish games. So I would actually go up one of those. Go down 1 Drill Bit here. All right, this is about how I build it. I think this is decent. We'll test it out. I feel like Mono Black is the hardest one to build budget and still kind of know what you're going for. You can maybe build it more of like a Reanimator, have some big things that you can grab. So there's other things you can do. Mono Black is everywhere. I wanted to try to build a more aggressive deck though. Black aggro, budget. Budget black aggro. Here, wait. We need the alliteration here. Budget black blitz. Blitz counts as aggro, right? I'm thinking football terms, or American football terms. All right, let's test this out. We have a celebrity joining us. It's Chance. Set up OBS for YouTube for later. Awesome. All right, well, this looks sweet. Yeah, keeping this. We'd like to play first, but me. Scorch Spitter. A Diregraph Ghoul past the turn. Well, we're up against... Maybe it is just elementals, yeah. This is elemental aggro. Interesting. Down to 16. We're going to cast down this Stormkin. Maybe I should have held that up for their turn just to see what else would come in. He spent a lot of life on this right now. Down to 12. Risen Reef. All right, that's fine. Down to 14. Let's go Banehound. Swing in. Down to 9. Sovereign's Bite. And now he's probably going to want to empty his hand, and this is where Davriel kind of comes in good later. A Steamkin. Swinging in, like, this is very aggressive. You should not be playing this aggressive, I feel like. We just need to find like a what's it called? Ooh. Chandra's bad. If he has a fourth one, another one of those, that's really bad for us. Another Risen Reef, that's fine. It's a lot of land. It gets to kill Davriel with the Scorch Bitter.
I have some fine print to obfuscate.
Oh, come on. Give us something other than this. All right, swing it in. He's going to have to block with these Risen Reefs. Blocks Banehound there. That's fine. Takes it down to 1. And, man, this is the one issue with black, is that we don't have enough things to go face. Which changes things a lot. All right, there's Risen Reef. We do have Vicious Conquistador. That's part of the reason that I do like Vicious Conquistador is it's a way to get around blockers for at least a couple points of damage, you know, with it. It's basically a 2/2 for 1 mana, and then it gets around stuff. And so maybe we do just need a little bit more of that. You're hoping one day you'll convince Merchant he's a long-lost Helmsworth brother? Man, we have 21 lands in this deck. What is up with this crap? All right, has to block with the Risen Reefs. Just shock or something. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, they announced Brawl? Have I just been missing that? Wait, Malfu, send the link if there's something for that, because I'd love to check that out.
Don't start any fires without me.
Dr. Spilkin and Jeff are the ones you watch. Yeah, I love Dr. Spilkin stuff. Where are you at now, Dr. Spilkin, with the with your subscribers and whatnot? If we lose this, I'm going to be so frustrated. Haunted Scoundrels, really? Alright, well now we get the Scoundrels out. Nick Guns, how you doing? Dude, I'm doing so good today. Life is great. Are we dead here? 1 damage, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get to block 1 point of damage. I think it is 6 though.
What I'm doing here, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so this is game, and that's definitely game.
What's your name?
We lost that game because of how poorly we drew. Like, I feel like we had so many things in the deck that could have got us back into the game there, and we just drew 7 lands when we're running only 21 in the deck. So maybe we need to go down more lands. We are very heavy in like 1s and 2 drops, whatever. Is there anything else that does damage to face in black? We can go for another Chainer's Torment type thing. There's nothing in cheap mana. And this is where you need to get into blacks or into rares. Like the thing that you would add with this is like we can go up 1 Vicious Conquistador, I guess. But really what I would add is like the bone, whatever. It's 3 mana. Where is it? Can't remember the name of it right now. It's the one that's like oh, what is it? Sword Point Diplomacy. That's it. It's right here. Yeah, so I would probably add like 1 Sword Point Diplomacy. It just does enough damage that it helps out a lot. Maybe like down 1 Fungal Infection for Sword Point. So this is how I would build it. Oh, I don't think I gave the deck list for this one yet either. Sword Point Diplomacy is really cheap budget-wise as well, but you definitely don't need it. Have it be good. All right, let me get this deck list up there for ya. A quick reminder for the things. Let's play one more game with this. I need to take a break after that. But quick reminders, if you guys want to, helping support me on Patreon is greatly appreciated. There's super chats on here as well that just help out a ton. There's donations in the description down below. Again, all those things I know cost money. I'm just saying that those are all the things that are there. You don't have to do it. Someday when you guys want to, it's fine. And also I do have merch down in the description below as well. Got my sweet up hat and such here with that. And what are all the things? Like, subscribe, share it if you guys are willing to. Actually, sharing is a huge thing for me. If you guys share the video, it's huge. So shares is big. YouTube actually looks at shares and like, oh, people are sharing his stuff. We should probably give him more things. This looks like a pretty aggressive hand. I mean, we get 5 power on the battlefield by turn 2. That's a lot. And then I have removal to maybe get rid of some stuff with Wanted Scoundrels. Any Love of Donuts merch yet? Oh, dude, that would be hilarious. I'll get some stuff up like that. The merch that I have right now is just the basic like MTG Jeff stuff that I have, and then I'm going to be doing a lot more of like new things coming out here soon. I am debating on switching over to like Teespring or some other account, other company, because YouTube has changed. Like, if YouTube doesn't work with. If I go with one of those companies, YouTube will put my merch down below my my videos. And so that's something that's cool. All right, let's go Diagraph Ghoul. I could have swung in against this Llanowar, but we'll do this instead. Passes the turn, might be holding up removal for this Wanted Scoundrels. We could kill the Llanowar elves. Let's not do it though. We're gonna save up Moment of Craving for next turn with Banehound and try to kill something here. Maybe trade off more favorably if they have something big. Beast Whisperer. Alright, swing it all in. Alright, takes it all. Down to 11, let's Sovereign's Bite. Down to 8, pass the turn. We would like to find more removal here. The issue is with Beast Whisperer, they're going to go off. Ooh, what? That's interesting. That's all sorts of interesting. Swings in. A little bit greedy of them. All right, we're going to act like we don't really have too much here going for us. Do we just swing in with the Banehound as well? Banehound is the one that we have the least value, but they're going to have to block these guys really to do much else. They can double block here. And we're not able to kill them. That's a lot of damage that goes face. Right. If they block the Banehound, that's fine. I mean, they have to block enough damage to not be dead. Okay, so we're losing the Banehound. That's fine. Moment of Craving. We get to kill Raptors. We keep our Diregraph Ghoul around. Bring him down to 1. And I mean, that's not a lot of life. We could have killed either one of them, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like that was still a better play. Didn't we put neg 2 on this guy? Shouldn't he be dead? Right? Shouldn't he be dead? Did I miss something? We did do two damage to him, right? Oh no, this guy blocked the Banehound. That's right. He blocked the Banehound. We blocked the other. I know what I'm talking about. Not at all. Ooh, that is... Wow. What a hand. Nice. That's pretty good. United of the Stampede. I love the Dino reduction ramp decks. Oh, there's some more mana for him. Oh, let's see what else he can play. He's probably gonna go crazy here. He can do so much damage, but if he doesn't hold back blockers, and if we find another Sovereign's Bite or something, could just win. This is the issue with mono black aggro, though, is that we are very reliant on creatures, and no attacks. And I believe that just means we're dead. We don't have as much stuff there. Yeah, I seem pretty dead. Yeah, I would say so. I like YouTube better because more of my viewers are here. And so the biggest difference is that everyone is actually here and people are not here on other places. All right, so we're representing lethal. If I was him, I'd probably just swing him with more. Right now, we still have a chance to top deck again, yeah. Kind of surprising is not doing more with Beast Whisperer. I mean, with all of these creatures that give stuff haste. So this is lethal, and we're dead. Like, it would be amazing if he doesn't have any dinosaurs to play there to give stuff haste. I feel like that was a fairly risky line that you probably didn't have to take. All right, well, that's the mono black deck. We're not going to spend too much more time on that one because I do feel like it's not as good there. Let's get some ideas for mono white. We'll end with mono red. So mono white, what's the best thing for a budget option that still kind of fits a fun theme? I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. And I will be back in a Monu moment. I'll throw you guys to an ad. If you guys watch it, it does support me. So yeah, appreciate it. Alrighty. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Johnny's Welcome into Pride Mate. Like it's I've done that a lot, but it's really good. Honestly, Port Cleric with Johnny's actually isn't that bad either. For you know, replacing just like kind of although Healer's Hawk is just so good. Like if we were gonna do this, Johnny's Pride Mate, Gideon's Company, Legion Landing. Oh, it's rare. I think Dawn of Hope is also rare, right? Yeah. One more World of Glory, maybe two more World of Glories. It is good with the Johnny's Welcome. We'll go 2 copies of Fountain of Renewal. Impassioned Orator. Marco! How you doing? Welcome. Angel of Vitality. Yeah, that's good. All right, and then honestly just removal for the last bits here. Maybe like Law Rune Enforcer as well. That's almost a removal spell for us in I don't know. It lets us get through with the Johnnies and stuff. Let's see here. Let me jump into this format. You don't know the name, but the M20 mono white planeswalker deck, there's a kind of primate-like creature. How does it say it here? Is it a whenever you gain life type of trigger? Honestly, Famished Paladin is pretty good in this deck too. Not collected. Ooh. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. All right, well, Conclave Tribunal now. All right, let's see. What's the best removal here? These are all the things I don't have. Man, there's a lot of stuff I don't have. What's up with this? I guess there's like different versions of things as well. That's not a bad cat. We need to do a cleric deck again. Clerics are fun. There's so much life to be gained with it too. Maybe a way to give lifelink, like Squire's Devotion, maybe 2 copies of it. Squire's Devotion is really good. Let's go down. Actually, we're gonna go up the Twin Blade. Okay, so wait, 4 copies of Twin Blade, down a Gideon's Company, just because I kind of want to go for the fun stuff here, and that's a new fun card. And I think that we can get up to 25 life and above pretty easily with Angel of Vitality, Fountain of Renewals. Now we need to find a way to make sure that we can remove their stuff from the board. So Prison Realm and Conclave Tribunal. 2 copies here. We'll go down 1 planes. Is that enough removal? Probably not. I think it's going to be good. Twin Blade. Dude, Twin Blade Paladin, I did not know about that. That looks sweet. Yeah, so we're building this as a budget deck, so no rares. So the Johnny from M19 is a rare. Cleansing Nova, yeah. So again, like no rares with that one. Arthur, hey, how you doing? Welcome, dude. I'm doing so good. I feel like this is pretty good. God's willing to protect our guys. Yeah, that's a good point. We do need God's willing in here. I'll probably go 2 copies of God's Willing. Let's go down. You can probably go down in Passion Orator, but that's just kind of what we want to do with it. We'll go down 1 Law Rune Enforcer. Down 1 Gideon's Company. If we're going to try to go for the Twin Blade, we don't want to have tons of 4 drops. We already have quite a few here. We went down some lands, so I think that this is decent. Dude, Johnny's Welcome, just one of my favorite like art pieces. Like I feel like that it's a very like heartwarming type of art style with that one. I don't know, it's cool. All right, oh, let me get this deck list up for you guys to see. Play along if you wish, you so desire. And man, I so desire. Okay, sorry. All right, and this is why Devin calls me a big goofy weirdo. All right, let's what is this one? Budget White Twin Blade. Kind of combo, I guess. Mid-range. I don't know. It's aggro, but it's mid-range. Maybe that's what. So Aether Hub always asks me to have 1 to 2 like tags for everything, but they only offer aggro, mid-range, control, combo, and jank. And I have a hard time trying to fit things within just those ones. It's where it's like, well, it's the stuff that I do doesn't fit within your typical, you know, stuff. Maybe that's part of the reason that I don't do as good. But well, I'm weird, but it's not really a bad thing. Yeah, probably not really a good thing, but you know, whatever. All right, let's do this madness. You try a Voltron deck. We kind of, I mean, that's kind of what we were doing with the mono green deck. Blanchwood Armor is just so beautiful. It's such a good card. It's basically a Gideon's Blackblade that you don't have to equip to somebody in a mono green deck, but you have to be all forest basically to make it really work. Andrew, how are you? Welcome. Aggro jank. Yeah, that sounds about right for this one. That'd probably be a little bit closer. I went aggro mid-range because Gideon's Company, those guys get bigger, so that they're kind of a mid-range style of a deck, especially if you're trying to just get the value on the board. Well, welcome into Double Pride Mate. Pretty decent. We're going to keep this. God's willing to protect him as well. Unfortunately, the Memorial to Glory makes it a little bit difficult to actually hold up mana for that, but we're definitely going to keep this and have fun doing so. Keep it. All right, Johnny's welcome. We actually like running up against green. That means that they're going to have less things to answer these Pride Mates, and Pona just scoops it up. Dude, this deck's so good. We have a turn 1 win. Yes. All right. Well, let's try this again. GG. Oh, man. Hey, who actually knows how many likes that we have so far for this video? It's really weird with the different formats that I have. Some of them I can see how many likes we have, things like that. Other ones I can't. So where are we at with our likes? I would like to know. Yeah, 100% win rate. Best deck. Yeah, I need to just stop now. We're gonna hit cancel. 32, sweet. Thanks so much, guys, for the likes. 33. Oh, it's going. Guys, keep it going. Not enough. That's the only correct answer. Yeah. No, it's good. Well, this is not as good of a hand. I think it's bad enough that we can't keep it. Like, the God's Willing for Scries is one thing. We're on the draw, so we could possibly find a Johnny's Pride me off the top, but we're going to be a bit more greedy with this hand now. This is good. Keep this. I'm going to drop down the Law Rune Enforcer. Because I'm going for more flavor with this one rather than... honestly, I think that that's probably one of the better cards for this. Especially for up against mono blue, but I want to go for flavor. I like the flavor. Alright, let's see if Pridemate survives or even resolves. Who in the world plays Quench nowadays? It's just a rude thing to do, you know? Dylan? Hey, Jeff, my name is Dylan. Nice to meet you, Dylan. You only like once, yeah. You only like once. It is a bummer. Let's go for Angel of Vitality. Squire's Devotion, Healer's Hawk, if we find another land, is pretty good. We can get this to be a 6/6. Or it would be 5/5. Sorry, 5/5 pretty quickly with lifelink. Pretty decent. Let's hope they don't have shock. We'd really like land here so we can protect this better, but we're going to go for this. It's a 5/5 with lifelink. We're up to 29. That's difficult to deal with in their colors. They could have bounce. Is this like a Wilderness Reclamation deck? I think that's what this is. Yeah, Wilderness Reclamation. What does this hit? This only hits creatures and planeswalkers, is that right? Yeah. Well, Johnny's welcome. Rose Spiral. Okay. Another Gross Spiral. And that's a lot of lands if he gets them. We'll display Healer's Hawk. Flame Sweep would be really annoying. Down to 5, though. I mean, they have to kill Angel of Vitality. We have God's Willing to protect it. We just hope he doesn't have double removal now for the Angel of Vitality. I love you. Thank you so much, Daniel. I love you too. All right, Hydrocrisis. Up to 7. So we actually do win here. As long as we resolve this God's Willing on our turn. Which we do have to do that. If we find land, we'd be in perfect shape here. Pass to my turn. There's land. Alright, we got land. So, Prison Realm. Hit the Crisis. Sinister Sabotage. Okay. Don't have another Sinister Sabotage. If he has another Sinister Sabotage, we're still in trouble. God's Willing onto Angel of Vitality. We're green. It's resolving. Let's go for blue, actually. To the bottom. Swing in with everything, and this should be game. They could have removal for one of these smaller guys. There we go. Oh yeah! Dude, it feels good beating good decks with these kinds of decks. It's so fun. The stream froze. Devin, glad to have you back. I'd be lost without you. Have you guys ever seen Balto? Yeah, Perfect Letho is always fun to get. But yeah, have you guys ever seen Balto? That's a good movie. So you know, it's really solid. But that's what I was quoting there is, I'd be lost without you. You love Balto? Dude, that was one of my favorite movies growing up. It's a good one. Mike Buzzkiller. Wait, this arm. There we go. I had to keep my hands up, obviously, but we have the Twin Blade. We want to try out this Twin Blade stuff. We have lots of life gain. If we draw to Pride Mate, this is sweet. It's underrated since it's not Disney. Yeah, that's right. It's not Disney, is it? What is it from? Still 100% win rate. That's right. Has to be banned. Unbeatable. Blight Beetle. Oh, that's true. Blight Beetle definitely beats me. Protection from green. Snake Tribal. How many snakes are in the format right now? That'd be fun. Yeah, beating people to play Quench is one of the few greatest pleasures that I can have in life. La Rune Enforcer. Well, Orator. Gain some lifety lives. That's the turd. I've done a Death Touch Tribal in the past. It's really fun. We'll have to try it again. I think that there are some new things that add to it. Well, that's not fun. Not drawing land, also not very fun. Getting up to 25 life for this paladin to be massive, though. I mean, double strike plus the counters. This is actually really good. Wouldn't. He did. What? I'm sorry, guys. I'm so weird. All right, well, Angel of Vitality. We're close to the 25 life because of the angel. With the lips of an angel. Give me land. You gave me land. However, when talking about an underrated Disney movie, Treasure Planet is one of my favorite movies ever. Oh man, Treasure Planet's so good. Yeah, how many of you guys have not seen Treasure Planet? That's a good question there, is how many people have not seen it just because they don't know about it? Watching it now when I'm a little bit older, there's a few things I don't like about it as much, and one of those things is I feel like this is 10 damage we're swinging with here. Oh, it's so good. Dude, Twin Blade Paladin is amazing. We have God's Willing up right now as well for this. And this also dodges Ritual Soot, so yeah, with God's Willing, like, we should be able to have lethal on the next turn. All things going for us. Yeah, Ben was really annoying. That's the biggest thing. The robot, whatever. Is a crack for sure. Very dark movie. I guess I could see it being a little bit dark. Alright, wait for the target. Black. Definitely not a land. Yeah, as long as we can find a creature. He still wasn't technically dead there, because we don't have trample, but... Space Pirates, what's not to love? Yeah, I agree, man. That was such a good movie. Jonathan? Dude, hey, Jonathan, what's up? Glad to have you on here, my brother. Well, let's do that again. Well, we're still, I mean, we're going to go until we lose, maybe. Still 100% win rate. Unbeatable. I mean, we're swinging in for 10 damage with one guy. Pretty fun stuff. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Disney still made it though. It's one of those things where like you can say there's a lot of things that like it didn't fit their genre as well, but Disney still made it, and I think it was good for a reason. This is an amazing curve. Healer's Hawk, Pridemate, give Pridemate lifelink, yeah, into company. As long as everything goes well, this is so good. Yeah, I agree with you, Valrin. Like, there's a lot of Disney movies that I feel like are pretty dark. Dude, I'm a Disney movie fanatic, by the way. You guys are starting to speak my language. Just a saying. Oh, this is gonna be good. A Pridemate, get him down there, swinging with that hockety hock. Down to 19, past the turn. Please let this be mono green. We can dominate mono green with this hand. Ew, it's something else. Kiora?
I hope you don't mind if I take my octopus for a walk.
I take my octopus for a walk. All right, there we go. We got untapped lands. Now we're in even butter shape. I like butter. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so weird. We're just gonna go face, I think. Kiora is annoying and everything, but we're gonna get you down there, yo. Up to 26. Turns on 2 of our creatures. What do you think of the new Mulan without Mushu? That's the one that what's his bucket's in, the Jimmy, right? Okay. Well, they got a big guy. We also have big guys. Do we go after Kiora now, actually? If we know he's playing Bioessence Hydra, I guess we go after Kiora, and we just try to finish things off later. So swing in. Jimmy Wong, that's it. Yeah, he's in the Mulan remake. Is that the one? Well, they're making it in... Yeah, I think that it's okay for the remake because of just how they're doing everything. Yeah, Jimmy Wong from Command Zone. Thank you. Disney Animation or Marvel Studios? That's right. Marvel's also owned by Disney. There's so much stuff that's from Disney. I was talking more like early Disney animation, like stuff. Not that everything else isn't good, you know, but... All right, I think a really good draw here would be the Twin Blade stuff would be sweet. Twin Blade guy.
Let's get moving.
And taps Llanowar. Vivian Reed gets to destroy Seeker Squire or the Healer's Hawk.
I won't lose more. That can't help. I always survive.
That's fine. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not something that's devastating here. The biggest thing is we don't get to gain life, but he's swinging in. Oh, I was gonna say, sweet. Oh, that'd be beautiful. All right, Memorial to Glory. Healer's Hawk. Swing at the Vivs. The Vivis of the Vivs. Dude, Bioessence Hydra is massive. So good. He has to kill us in one shot, though. Ooh, Atlantis is good. I like Atlantis.
Balance.
Yeah, those are good ones. I didn't like the sequels. I mean, all the sequels are not very good, typically. The Road to El Dorado was DreamWorks, right? El Dorado, the Magnificent. Another Hydra. It's a 10-10. Yee, this is getting rough, guys. I mean, our guys are going to get big. He needs to start swinging in here. We can kill the one. Actually, so if he swings in, it's pretty favorable for us.
Love to make a splash.
Grazier. We're going to just take our beats, though, if he swings in. God's willing. Ooh. All right, planes. And we'd love to have a Johnny's Welcome before we use that, especially because he guys has trample. It doesn't really do much for us. Let's see here. So we can God's Willing on Company to swing in for 9 at face. They have plenty of damage. Like if they have another Planeswalker though, we're just like dead. So let's not do that yet. So let's just swing in with these at Vivian. Every time they get to pump this, they grow. Forgot about that. Still get the game of life though. Grow our guys.
Written in skin.
Dude, this next fun. God's Willing also is really good for blocking as well. So pass the turn. Anastasia. Oh, Anastasia is also not Disney, right? But yeah, Anastasia's good. Wait, Avatar is also owned by Disney? I didn't know that. Wait, which Avatar? Like the last Airbender Avatar or the other ones?
Come to me.
Jup. Wait, I'm not even Jep now. I'm Jup. Angus, dude, Angus, I love that you love the donuts reference, man. Left for donuts, whatever. Man, so much card draw. Maybe we needed to be a bit more aggressive. We might have been able to do a bit more here. If we find another God's Willing, we do get to swing in with these guys. Your German came through? Oh, gotcha. Dude, the fact that they found 3 Bioessence Hydras with these is pretty insane too, though. We can still block fairly favorably, though. Alright, does attack in now. So I'm trying to remember if I can choose God's Willing after they choose they favor their blockers. So let's double block. And now they order. Let's hold full control. Right, so now we God's Willing on this guy. On green. We will keep Seeker's Squire on top. Seeker's Squire's Devotion on top. So the damage first goes to him. Yeah, so we get to kill him for free, basically, there. Pretty sweet stuff. Let's go ahead and fire this off. Let's just kill Vivian. Who do we put this on to? Let's put it onto Gideon's Company, but not swing just yet. They can double block and kill it. Yeah, let's... Every turn that we get to grow this guy, it's so good. We just have to hope they don't have any kind of removal or bounce spell. Be prepared. Be prepared. That's a good song, man. Best villain song. That's just one of the best songs in general. I mean, it's good. Well, I mean, there's a lot of new good songs. Like I like stuff from Tangled. In fact, I did a vocal recital way back when with all my life, everything looks different now that I see you. I'm in the wrong key, but Nissa. Hey, this is the issue with this deck, is that we can't just finish out the game. If we find another God's Willing, and maybe we should not have used it there. We knew we could have maybe gained life and been able to just swing through with it.
One drop ripples and grows.
Maybe this deck just needs more of God's Willings as well, because protection is so big. These guys get so massive.
Let's see if you're worthy.
Yeah, that's pretty large in stature right there.
Sometimes not bad for a mouse.
Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh.
The land fights for us.
You built a pretty mean mill deck? Throw it my way. I'd love to see it. Throw it into Discord. In the MTG Arena decks thing, whatever. Oh my gosh. Nice. Now I think we're just dead. He has enough to kill. I mean, maybe we don't really block like that. We just block with the lifelink so we can gain some more for Pridemate. I mean, if we find the Gods Willing, we still have victory with Gods Willing on top. They kept up Grazier for Lat. Gods Willing, come on. We can do it. We can do it. Law Rune Enforcer doesn't do anything. Prison Realm with block will kill this.
The ocean surges,
Ooh, now we don't have
life
enough.
thrives.
Prison Realm's still not bad though. We found the Prison Realm, they just happen to also still be able to untap. Do we just need to go for like something better? I think we need to dig for more removal at the moment. Alright, so kill Vivian, kill... Alright, so forcing the block with Grazier so that we at least get rid of something. That means that Vivian will die. It would be nice to be able to just kill Nissa there.
I'll be back.
We know that they have another
Just
Grazier
like
anyway.
before.
We get to gain life though. Dude, and we've gotten rid of 3 Bioessence Hydras. Vivian was going to be able to kill the Prison Realm, so as long as they don't have another Vivian. They've already played 2 of the 5 mana Vivian. I can't see them being able to have more space in this deck for that. The fact that they've gotten to so many 5-drops already is insane. And that's one of the biggest issues with this mono white deck is just that it's so it is a little bit slow at times.
Rise, my elemental friend.
I like Ratatouille as well. That's another good one. There's some really good stuff. What's like your guys' favorite movie that's come out recently? Do we kill there? This is lethal, right? Do we have to block? Maybe we should have kept a creature on top just to have a creature. We don't have any more Squire's Devotions. They keep having blockers. We're gonna have to... Land is not what we want right there. They have a reach. We gain 2 life here. They get to bring out 9 damage swinging in. We get to block 2. This is 2 more. It still has lethal. We just had the Grazier to block. I think this one's over. We really needed to draw better into some of this stuff. If we find the double striker, we have a chance. So let's just say no attacks. Man, we really need to keep Nissa down though. Flashes in the Frilled Mystic. Another Frilled Mystic. Nice. Yeah, that's game, I think. Trying to think here. And then they were able to go really wide, and they were this is power 4 greater. Vivian gets to kill a healer's hawk, and that's game.
Beasts are much more reliable than humans.
And they can also bring in Biosense Hydra for the next turns. Has a blocker. Yeah, we'll concede. That was sweet. That was really fun. I think they have lethal if they actually kill a healer's hawk there, but still fun. 43 likes so far. Sweet, dude. That's great. We have half of the amount of views. That's actually amazing. So thank you guys so much. All right, let's jump into red now. And real quick, actually, so what I would change with this deck, honestly, I probably wouldn't change too much. It's a solid deck. I think it's just the biggest issue is you run so many combo pieces because it is semi-combo-y with a Johnny's Welcome, things like that, that you don't have as much removal. And you could kind of see there where removal would have been nice to have. Squire's Devotion, sometimes it puts you at such a good spot. It has an ETB effect, so the synergy is definitely there. So I do like Squire's Devotions. The thing you improve upon right away, though, is bring in Gideon. Gideon's really good. Bring in Johnny, the Strength of the Pride, I think it is, or the last, what is it? Agony. So I actually, for this deck, you bring in a Johnny over this Ajani. So Ajani Strength of the Pride, because of his 0 ability. If we had top decked a Johnny, we would have been able to wipe their entire board and swung in. And that's the whole point, is that in those kind of situations, this is the best card for it. Not only that, but it also gives you 8 more copies of, well, it gives you more copies of Ajani Pridemate, which is just really good. So that's my thoughts with this deck. This is a really fun one, though. We're going to be doing a video on that sometime soon. Yeah, red, I was planning on most of the goblins here, Devin. For sure. If you guys want to check out that deck as well, let me put up my deck lists again. If you guys want to follow me on Aether Hub as well, it does give me a little bit of extra help. So I was thinking Cavalcade is just good. Like, if you're going to go budget style, you go Cavalcade with all this kind of stuff. But we're going to go Goblins as well, just because of the funness of it. Hammer Shaman is really good with this. Goblin Gatherings, just because, man, that's going to be fun. Gutter Snipe. Gutter Snipe is also an uncommon, isn't it? Goblin Ringleader. And then you would bring in Lords here, but it doesn't work as well with Cavalcade Calamity, so then it's a little bit awkward. So then we need to find ways that we can draw cards. So Ringleader helps us draw cards there. Or we just go with damage. Maybe we bring in Spitfire as well. Go down a couple lands. Go down a Ringleader. Because like you want to go for things with synergy for Cavalcade. Spitfire, though, I think is perfect. We'll go 3. Let's go 4 copies of Spitfire. 22 Mountains is about right. I mean, Scourge Spitter works well with that, but let's just bring in Shocks. Shocks and Lightning Strike. Not Shocks, Shock. Bring in Shock. Oh, wait. Got to do new cards here, so we're going to do the M20 version. There we go. Got you. In 3rd edition, my first successful deck was Goblin deck. Goblins are fun. Well, so we're still doing budget stuff, Marco, so we can't do any rares. I made the one exception for Dean. Let's see, is there uncommon? There is uncommon, Chandra, right? This one? We don't have this one, though. I would probably just go Lightning Strikes, though, or actually Heartfire. I would go 4 copies of Heartfire. If you think about it, Heartfire with Chandra Spitfire. If we sack in a Goblin Instigator after we swing in, because it's instant speed, so whatever one gets blocked, we fling him in for 4 damage, which is basically what like Goblin Grenade was before, type of thing. This will jump up to be a 4/3. So we create 7 points of damage just with Heartfire with that synergy. It's pretty solid. Let's go down one more Ringleader, I think. It's good, but it doesn't work with Cavalcade. It doesn't work with a lot of the things we're trying to do. So we're just going wide, swinging in with all the damage, trying to go for Goblin Gathering, and we have to hit Cavalcade. So that's the one thing is we don't have any draw, but we're going to be a little bit more aggressive with our mulliganing, I think, on this one. Budget Goblins. There might be some lands that would be decent to bring in here, but the issue with this is that without Cavalcade of Calamity, we're very dead. With it, we do so well. And so I'm not sure. It's one of those things like if you have the right hand, you could just draw into it. And this is the biggest issue with Cavalcade of Calamity decks in general. I think it's just that you're so dependent on Cavalcade that it makes it really hard. Hey Lau, thanks so much for the subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's an L or an I there. Sometimes it's hard to tell with this. But it looks like Lau. Keeping this, I guess we have the ability to get up to Clamor Shaman. Ringleader. Ringleader's good to just kind of go wide and do lots of stuff. We have Heartfire in case of removal on turn 2. Down to 19 past the turn. Couple Flame of Keld. Ooh, Flame of Keld would be good. Those are uncommon. Flame of Keld would be really good here. You are totally correct. Instagrator. Clamor Shaman's pretty good here too, to stop blockers. I was thinking of Tormenting Voice. You have to discard as well, which is annoying. We'll get rid of Ringleader. A little bit awkward, but Ringleader doesn't work with Cavalcade of Calamity, so haste here. You can't block. So sorry. Down to 14 past the turn. If we find a Cavalcade here, dude, it's so good. Burning Prophet is annoying. Deadweight. E. Now we're in trouble. This does go to any target. I think we just all out attack here. We want to go face with stuff. Kill Burning Prophet. I'm not sure if that's ultimately better though. We bring him down to 6 here. With Cavalcade, we basically have lethal. Otherwise, we can kill here. What do you guys think? Do you go for Burning Prophet here, or do you go for... Oh, don't target myself. I was going to do a thinking thing. Nuke the Prophet. Yeah, I think that is better. We killed their board. We have 2 creatures on the battlefield now. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. I Fasting Warrior. I don't have this one up just yet. I'll get this one up right after this game. Remind me maybe. Oh yeah, let's get the commands up here as well. Oh, if I can spell it right. What is up with all this land that I've been drawing? Ill-gotten inheritance. Rough. Alright, well, pass the turn. Maybe I should have played that because we know he's playing things like Burglar Rat. It's nice to have extra land down sometimes. But we don't really have card draw on the deck yet, so it doesn't really matter. The weird. Yeah, weirdo. Alright, no attacks, pass the turn. I try a deck that you build. Yes, send it over into Discord. I'm not going to do it on this stream, but I can do it at some point here. But yeah, if you throw it onto Discord, onto MTG Arena decks or like deck lists, that kind of stuff, check it out. Devin, thanks so much for the Discord. Appreciate it. Seriously, more lands. All right. He can pump here, so it doesn't really matter. He also has to gain 4 life at any instant. We're gonna stay in the game because we can still find a. We're just gonna pass. We're gonna stay in the game just in case, but we'll see. Best mod ever. Yeah, that's right. Just fasten, yeah. Volan's been helping out a ton too. I appreciate it. Down to 17. All right, let's see. What I want, I don't think I've ever seen Goblin Gathering seen more than like 2 times in a game. I want it so bad though, man. It's so fun. If we can go Goblin Gathering into Cavalcade, I think we just have the game. The weird gets bigger. We're going to take our beats from him for a turn. He probably feels safe enough that he can just be swinging in here now as well. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 15. Pass the turn. How many lands do we have in the deck? Was it 22 or 21? Maybe we have too many. I mean, we are pretty far into the turns now. It's just frustrating. Trying to impress your idol, Devin. Sounds good. That's the only reason I even play Magic or do my videos anymore, is just because it's like, dude, I want to be as cool as Devin. All right, he can pump it twice. We're not going to block with 3 creatures here, especially in a Cavalcade deck. We still have a way of coming back. Hammer Shaman, well. Haste. You can't block me, yo. Take that, fool. Down to 10. Up to 11. We're down to 10. Easy to please. Hey, Nexus Cruelty. Okay. Come on, deck. Give me a Cavalcade. I did say that we need to be mulliganing more aggressively for it, and then I just kept the first hand that I saw. Yeah, we're dead. He has ill-gotten inheritance to kill us now. I was gonna get this deck up here for you guys. Oh man. All right. Can't be getting too tired. I have to drive 3 hours right after this stream ends. What's my Discord? That'll pop it up here in just a bit. Quick reminder before we jump into the last couple of games here. Let's see, was there anything we want to change with this? We said Flame of Keld. But if you guys want to help support me, you can jump into my Patreon. Patreon is Devin, if you wouldn't mind posting the Patreon links there, that'd be appreciated. But Patreon, I send out signed cards every month to my patrons. Actually, I send them out like once every 3 months right now with a new set, because I figured you guys want the new set, and I send out cards that are either playable, sometimes really valuable cards. I've sent out like $20 cards before, honestly, but yeah, you guys can support me. Anything $5 or more helps get you a card. Anything under that I'm still doing lots of stuff on Patreon as well. It's going to be a lot of like I was posting like ideas for what commander decks I was wanting to play, things like that. A lot of polls and fun things that we can do. And then we're going to be getting a commander series up before too long. Let's go 3 copies of Flame of Keld. I think that works really well. Honestly, Flame of Keld actually is another version of Cavalcade for this deck, basically. And so we go down. Let's go down the Ringleader. It's good removal for us to find like shamans and stuff, though. Go down a land. Go down a Heartfire, just 1. Down a Dodger. Go down the Spitfires. That's like an extra added bonus, but it's not really what we're trying to go for, so I think that looks about right. You can maybe go down another land, though. Yeah, so if you guys want to support me on Patreon, that's how you do that. I am going to be getting a membership series here for the YouTube side as well, but which will get you like different emojis, things like that we can do. It's going to be very similar to what Twitch does with that. I will probably be adding extra games as well. Like what I was doing with Patreon before is I was throwing up videos that were like the extra videos, the games that I didn't throw into the 7 p.m. videos that I'm doing now. I was throwing those up on Patreon for a while. I might be doing that now instead as an extra thing, a bonus, like maybe 1 of those a week for the members. I'm still trying to decide. I might do something like that, or I might like do a compilation of like my favorite games for members to have like an extra video, something like that. So anyway, let's jump back into this Goblin deck. And I did actually post it before I just barely changed it now, so okay, let me edit this. All right, there we go. It's the same link. Now I've just changed it. Okay. They've been reasoning we could do a monocolored deck face-off. That'd actually be really fun. If everyone had these decks, these 5 budget decks, and ran them against each other. I do think some of them are more powerful than others. They're fairly close, though. Mono black is probably the weakest right now, I would say, from all of these. Mono white and mono green are really strong. Mono white might be a little bit stronger than green. Mono red is good. The mono blue deck, I think, is powerful. Nice stream, Flicks. Greetings from Germany. Keep on playing, Jeff. You're great. By the way, did you play the insect deck so far? Not yet today. We've played it so many times now, though. We got to mulligan this. Big for that Cavalcade. Especially on the draw. I think we can mulligan twice to try to fight Cavalcade. I don't know if we can do more than that. Right, mulligan. This with Flame of Keld is actually keepable. We get to empty our hand really quickly, so let's get rid of the Ringleader. Firebrand, Shock. Next turn we have the Flame of Keld. Maybe play something else if we find it that's good. But otherwise, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, firebrand. That is a gate, isn't it? It is. What's the time? You said in Germany? Yeah, there's a lot of people in the Europe area that do watch. And I know it's a little bit difficult. Sorry. Well, if we just keep finding lands, we're going to use this Flaming Kelp really soon. Essence Scatter. Wow. Well, no. Don't like that. Down to 18 past the turn. One of the better things we could find is maybe like Spitfire here. We'll shock them now. See if we can get another counter spell out of their hand. 2031. Yeah, it's 11:30 here. But we saw that there was another counter possibility there. We're going to play our stuff. 10th Street Dodger, see if it gets countered. All right, down to 15 past the turn. I'm thinking this is probably like a fog deck. See if they have another Essence Scatter. So many so far. Dubai checking in. Oh man, we have people from every. Yeah, I'd love to hear where everyone's from. Seriously. Goblin Gathering. Virginia, yeah. Down Under. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're gonna skip it up. I just don't enjoy playing against these kinds of decks. I've actually been down to Australia. It's a really great place. I went over. What part of Australia are you at? Because I was in Brisbane area. And Missouri. I actually have a bunch of brothers that live in Missouri. In fact, there was a bunch of them over there just barely that had like a reunion that I wasn't able to go to. Newcastle near Sydney. Yeah, so the other side, right? Dustin McAllister. Dustin McAllister. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. You are a gentleman and a scholar. This looks pretty good. Keep this. Felix, I don't know what that means, but thank you. Yes. I lived in Brisbane for a while. Yeah, Brisbane, I liked Brisbane when I was there. It was really cool. All right, go Dodger. Again, maybe anti-Jeff deck. Yeah, that. Interesting. Looking like a 4-color type of deck, something or other. All right, Instigator. And we really need to find a Cavalcade. I know, I swear, I'll build a deck based around a combo of some sort and never find anything. Was that a pledge on Patreon? Dude, thank you so much. Who was that? I didn't actually get to see it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we have people speaking different languages to the other. That's sweet. Yeah, do that. It's good. All right, come on. Where's the Cavalcade? Give it to me now. Fine. All right, 10th Street Dodger. 4 damage is not bad. Me cracking is always weird, though. No problem, mate. You deserve it. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. 5 color awesomeness. Dude, I love seeing these kinds of decks. It's so fun. Alright, well, we would like the mana for this shaman. Alright, pass to my turn. Swing for 5. You can't block me there, sir. And then Goblin Gatherings. Couple turns. We can go really wide here. If we find a Cavalcade, it is so good. Athletic Squirrel. What a great name, by the way. That's. And you have the picture. Oh man, that just makes me happy. All right. Dude, we need to bring squirrels back into Magic at some point. Is there any squirrels in Standard right now? I don't think so. Seems like it'd be so fun. Oh, this is a Niv-Mizzet deck. Gotcha. That's fun. All right, they might be bringing down Niv-Mizzet on the next turn. I'm assuming if they got rid of one already, next turn is Niv-Mizzet. Assassin's Trophy. Take action. Let's get more lands out of this deck. Try to find that stinking Cavalcade. Vorin as well. Thanks so much for the Patreon pledge. Do we shock face here? I'm actually going to. I'm going to go a little bit aggressive. We have the 10th Street Dodgers that can get in. Heartfire. Alright, let's see here. So we swing in. He blocks 1 creature. We do 3 points of damage. 5. Down to 3. Heartfire for the win. Yep. Okay, we got it. Alright, so Heartfire whatever he blocks. And this is why you play Heartfire. Heartfire is so good. Good game next. There we go. Sweet! Monoburn didn't expect Jeff playing it though. Yeah, that wasn't really quite Monoburn. Oh, it was deleted. Sorry, I didn't read through all that one. Thanks, Seven. Sorry. Oh man. Oh, you changed your nickname on Patreon? Okay, that's what it was. Okay, sweet. It's like, sweet, that devil pledge. What? Anyway. It's weird because the pledge doesn't show up in my feed of like what's happening, like things that happened. I just hear the sound for it, and that's why I had the sound turned up so that I know that it comes in, because I want to know, you know. Has he done mono white? Yeah, so we did a mono white deck. Mono white Twin Blade is what we did here. How many times have we played this mono red deck now? I think that we need to do it one more time with the new setup. But if you want to check out all of the other decks, check it out on Aether Hub. This is just my list of decks there. Let me know if that actually works for you guys, but that should take you to my list of decks where you can follow me on Aether Hub. I'm not sure if it actually does anything, so you don't really have to worry about that. But yeah, so there, it just popped up. So yeah, you can see all of the decks I did recently. So I have all 5 of them up right now. All right, we're going to do one more game here with the Goblins. I need to get packed up to go camping tonight and do a bunch of stuff. So there's, we have to do a lot of things. I'm actually leaving like immediately after the stream. And we're going to be driving for 3 hours and stuff like that. So there's some stuff I need to get done. So we're going to finish it after this game. So yeah, we're going to be finishing it after this game. Here we go. You also really love the commander you chose. Yeah. So, yeah, on Patreon, we kind of did a vote on which commander to choose. We actually chose on the color, and I'm really excited to try out that commander. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, let's. We have Cavalcade, right? We're gonna keep this. We found a Cavalcade finally. This is the first time we built a Cavalcade deck. All right, Temple of Epiphany. You're way further away than 3 hours. That's true. What am I thinking? Where's if I'm going to be going anywhere? Yeah, actually, I have a bunch of family that just barely moved to Virginia. So I might actually be heading out there one of these days. I'm not going to shock in face just yet. Past my turn. I don't think that's wise. We will get down Goblin Instigator before the Cavalcades, though. Double Cavalcade. I mean, if we find land here, we will probably go Clamor Shaman and then double Cavalcade on the next turn. Seems grand. Elementals, yet ado. And also just shock.
Totally the best pyromancer student. Fire spreads fast with help.
Alright, Cavalcade and shock kill Chandra. Clamor Shaman. Let's go Cavalcade of Calamity. Let's just go face here. We can hold up shock for like Risen Reef or something. Down to 16 past the turn. And honestly, just getting out double Cavalcade is so good because then if ever we find a hasty creature or something, it's really powerful. All right, Risen Reef. I should probably wait until Chandra does her ability of trying to get out other things, but we're just going to shock that right now. Get that going on my face. Next turn, man. Healer of the Glade. Okay. It's a blocker. Right now it's Cavalcade and Shock. I guess Clamor Shaman also blocks in there. Or Swedes the block? I don't know words. Alright, there we go. Clamor Shaman. Yeah, this way we get Cavalcade and Flame of Keld on the next turn, which is pretty solid. Alright, so let's go Haste. Alright, 6 damage. Pass the turn. Gonna hold up the shock for another Risen Reef. Risen Reefs get a little bit out of hand. Magic's easy, just burn what you want. That's so true. There's a Leafkin Druid. Well, that's not bad. We can still, we're still getting in for quite a bit of damage here, especially with Cavalcade coming down here now. Ooh, it's so good. And Heartfire? Oh, Heartfire. Do we actually have lethal? We might just have lethal with the double Cavalcade. Few triggers. There's 6 damage. So 6, 7, 8. Heartfire's lethal, yeah. So Leaf King Druid gets to block something. We get 2 more points of damage. Let it go through. Heartfire. Did do that right? Okay, there we go. We're good. Abooyah! Dude. Heartfire, Cavalcade, Flame of Keld. Oh, man. If you get all of the pieces together, this is so solid. All right, that was a great one to end on. So glad that we had it there. Blackaboy, hey man, I've been watching you for a while. Love your streams. Hey, thank you so much for jumping on. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that I'm also getting off right now. So thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the Patreon pledges, for the super chats, for the donations. You guys rock so very much. Love you a ton and a half. You know, all of those. Just love you. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish it off here. You guys rock. Do you see your tournament explanation? Oh yeah, we could do a tournament of sorts if you wanted to as well. So there was a monocolored tournament. Is that what it was? We'll be doing a tournament of some sort here. Yeah, it would be a total of 5 tournaments, 1 for each color. So if we did a Night of Red, Night of Red tournament, everyone would play a mono red deck against each other. Winners crown King of Red. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so 5 different. We'll do that soon. That actually sounds like a blast. All right, well, we'll have to do that then. Yeah, we're not doing it starting today though. Let me maybe see if we can announce that at some point here, but that would be really fun. We'll have to talk, me and you, Devin. All right, yeah. See you guys. Thanks so much. I will be out jet skiing. No stream tomorrow morning. I might do a replacement one on Wednesday. I might also just take that day to kind of get ahead with videos for the night ones, and so we'll see. But seriously, thank you guys so much for everything. We'll see you later. Peace out and bye bye.